Hi there. I wanted to talk you through some of the bits and pieces that I've been trying to do in an effort to facilitate the pupils' learning during these times. There are a few things that I'm going to try and focus on in these series of videos. The first one is using OneNote as a possible way of collecting work and giving feedback. So I'm going to try and use my MacBook to help demonstrate that. So let's start by just opening one of our web browsers. I'm going to use Safari, but you could just as easily use Chrome. I'm going to click on Google, and into the space that comes through, I'm going to type Office 365. Quick click on that, you're given a series of options. It's the top option. I'm going to click down here at Microsoft 365. Let's just maximize the window so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Now I'm signed in already, but I'm going to click in here, sign in, and what this will do is it will take you through to the sort of screen that you might have experienced when you're just logging into iSAMS. So here's my username, password, click on sign in, and just as easily as that, you're through into the sort of Microsoft web page, if you will. Lots of options here. I'm going to, of course, select OneNote. And these are some of the classes that I've got already, my shell, my remove, etc. But I'm going to make a new one. It's a new class notebook. I'm going to click on class notebook. So just giving this a few moments now. These are the sort of sequence of events that you need to go through, but I'm going to start by just giving my my setter a name. I'm just going to call it Chemistry 101. In this section, you can see that the notebook is going to be split into three areas: the collaboration zone, the content library, and the student notebook. Now, it's the student notebooks that I'm going to use in an effort to sort of collate the pupils' work. So I could, if I wanted, put in my head of department's details here so that they could look at my notebook should I wish to, or I could collaborate with other teachers as well. I'm going to add students in here, but because I don't want to create too much disruption, I'm going to use teachers rather than using Oscar Tosh, for example. So I'm just going to type in Eleanor Smith. You type in the name, and it sometimes takes a little while to sort of select. There we go, we can see Eleanor Smith there. Scott Hawthorne, I'm going to add to the class. Obviously selecting the right names. Tim Marvin. And I'm going to add one more for luck, John Swift. There we go. So with that, I've got a class of 4 students. I'm just going to click on there. Obviously, you can put as many as you want in. These are the headers that they're going to have in their various sections. I'm going to change homework to prep, but you can do whatever you want. I'm going to add sections. I might put maybe some past papers in here, which might be a good idea. I could also add to this various sections of the things, like if I wanted to look at inorganic chemistry, or maybe I wanted to look at organic chemistry as an option, but it depends how you want to lay out your workbook for your students. But I'm just going to stick with those sort of 5 basic sections. And then I'm going to click on next. It gives you a brief preview of what you can expect to see when you click through to this. As you can see, the names, etc. And I'm just going to create this. Just takes a moment to set up. Once we've got that, that's done. So you're ready to go, and you're ready to access your notebook. I hope that proved helpful. So going through, let's have a look. Let's click on notebooks. Let's see what notebooks we've got. You can see here that, well, it takes a little while for it to sort of sync. It's obviously setting various bits and pieces up. We'll give this a few moments. So here we are a few moments later, and as you can see in the My Notebook section, we can see the Chemistry 101. This is also for notebooks that have been shared across various classes. It also appears in this section. So I'm going to click on Chemistry 101. It's going to take us through to the main OneNote page. And here, hopefully, what you can see is your notebook set up in terms of your collaboration space, your content library. Let's just click on these and we can see what's in there, so how to use it, etc. And coming back to the sections for our students, as you can see here, we've got past papers, we've got handouts, we've got class notes, preps, quizzes, etc. All places where pupils can sort of pin their work, set their work for you to observe. We'll have a look at that in the next video.